Hi everyone. Well, these are very different times, and like everyone else, of course, I am now at home and basically on lockdown, and I've had to bring home my as much as I can in the way of equipment and bits of glass and drills and whatever. And oh boy, it takes me back about 36, 37 years to when I first set up my business, and I was working in the spare room back in Harare in Zimbabwe, 1983. And well, basically, my little workshop looks like that now, and it is a very, very weird feeling after all these years of hard work and building up. Anyway, it's wonderful. I feel safe, I feel healthy, and that is the main thing, and long may that last, and I hope you are too. And so I will now show you what I have done, and it's a good opportunity to show you also things like my drip feed system, which everyone has been asking about for so long now, and so I will show you that as well. You're going, yay, finally! Drip feed system, and also the wooden tray that I designed and had made, and it holds my glass. It holds every kind of shape of size of glass, and I find it so simple and so effective. Right, so keep well everybody, keep safe, stay away from each other, which sounds really sad, but anyway. Okay, love you guys and enjoy. Right, I'll start off with the tray, which, believe it or not, I've given a clean. But there's some very, very old, tough glass dust stuck to that. It's quite amazing. And I think it's quite special. It's many, many years of work have been done in this tray. This is a gardener's tray. You can see where trowels and little, I don't know, spades and whatever you use in the gardening business. I have no idea, I'm not a gardener. Anyway, it makes a fantastic tray. I bought it at a hardware store many, many years ago. So this is my wooden base that I designed, and I have had a different one in Zimbabwe, of course, but which I didn't bring with me when I left 20 years ago. So I had this made here, and all it is a plank of wood with two metal rods running through. This one down here is stuck permanently. This a block of wood rather is stuck permanently onto that, whereas this one runs up and down the rods. Initially, we put rods in here with threads in them, so that I could put a little wing nut, which you can screw down tight, but quite frankly, you're here all day if you want to do that, because it takes so long to wind them up and down with your varying sizes of glassware, so forget that. And I just find just moving these up and down is enough to just sort of secure the glass into that. Now, I've got two little tubs sitting in there, because the piece of glass I've got in there at the moment is needs a bit of elevation. Sometimes you've got a very wide piece of glass, and it's you know, it's going to sit deep, and then it's fine. But I wanted to elevate it a little bit, so I've got two bits of two little trays and boxes in there. Then I've got this stuff that you can buy at a hardware store. It is like a non-stick rubbery bit of material. and I stick that in there, which makes it nice and secure and slightly spongy and comfortable for the glass. And then I'm trying to do this one with one hand, so forgive me. Okay, and you may recognize this. I brought it out during my last live chat, and it's a beautiful crystal, thick, heavy crystal vase, which I have just started engraving lavender and various little bees flying around, and I've done the basics so far in that, and that's all just using big diamonds. So that's nicely snug in there, but I can also pick it up and move it around if I need it. You know, if I need to engrave it sideways, absolutely fine, easily done. This is leaning nicely against the back, and which elevates it at a nice angle for me to work on. I lean my wrists on this piece of wood here, so I can hold the drill, in fact, with two hands, as you have seen many times, and that gives me such control over what I'm doing. Okay, the light I've brought with me is actually a selfie light, and that's, I see, I've never used it for engraving before, but in actual fact it's quite useful. That can move up and down, and it's doing the perfect thing. It is coming above and behind the glass so that I can see it very well, especially when it's wet. And they're really good. You can just buy them, well, it's probably too late now, but anyway, they're quite cheap. You can see where one actually can put a phone when you're doing a selfie. I use it actually for my live chats. And you can make it a nice white light, and you can change the strength of the light to quite bright. So a nice bright white light. You can see my drill control box I have put on the windowsill because this table is very small. It's a darling table. It's one that I inherited from my granny up north in Cumbria, my late granny, and it is beautiful oak. So I have covered it in plastic, covered the floor in plastic as well. My burrs will be sitting here. I forgot to bring my burr stand or anything to put them in, so I will have to improvise. I'll make a plan. I've brought home quite a few burrs. Okay, so now the drip feed system. I asked my hubby what he could, if he could come up with any ideas, because of course in my workshop it was hanging from the ceiling, the water bottle. So he found this, which is a very tough, strong piece of metal, apparently for holding a fishing rod. So there you go. There it was in the shed. So it comes right down here, sitting on a good pub guide for 2017. Honestly. And that I have clamped onto the side of the table, and it's nice and tall. I've got another clampy thing at the top here. Sorry guys, I don't know what these are called. Clampy thing will do fine. And it's got a good long arm out here, and I have got a little hook made out of the top of a clothes hanger, and then this very seriously expensive fancy piece of equipment here with water in it, a good old milk bottle. And who is this by? Freshways. Okay, two-way gang valve, but this of course is a three-way gang valve. I've just shoved a bunch of white tack on the second hole, pipe going from there into the bottle. I have it going down the handle, which holds it nice and securely, and it comes right down to here. Okay, that just gets shoved in there. As I say, I blocked off the other pipe hole, and then on this one I've got my long pipe going all the way down. It's nice to get a very flexible one, because some of these sizes are quite tough. I don't know why, they're really hard, but nice flexy one. Then the other little part of this is the tap. Basically, you open and close that according to how many drips you want. So you start off by opening it and then sucking. Don't drink it, obviously. just suck it slightly until you see it running, and then it's flowing. Then you can regulate the speed of the drips with this little tap. And that is that. It is so simple. It is so simple. And my precious masks, because I haven't got my dust extractor. That would normally be sitting on the other side of the table. But of course I haven't got that. That would need a removal van to bring that. So I have to make sure that I am well protected from all the glass dust. I've brought my little selection of bits and burrs. As I say, I'm going to have to, gosh, I need to be more organised. I just grabbed, you know how you just grab in a sort of vague panic? There are lots of bits that I wish I had brought as well, but never mind. That's how it goes. I've got enough to do what I need to do. And I have brought boxes and boxes of glass. Beautiful crystal that's been sitting there for ages that really needs to be engraved with something nice. So I will take this opportunity to use these beautiful pieces that I've bought. And then I will be filming as much as I can for you guys, and maybe we can learn a lot together. So that is my little glass engraving setup. I feel incredibly privileged and grateful, incredibly grateful as well, that I am able to do this. I hope you are all okay and safe. And take care. Love you lots. Enjoy your engraving. Bye bye for now.